Hey guys, this is JB3 and we are back with another episode of FIFA 22 Career Mode Youth Edition here with Bristol Rovers, and we get to our final game here in League One. We will not be promoted. We struggled to get going, but we turned it on here in the later stages of the season, although we come off the back of 2 losses. So hopefully we can finish off on a good one. It's Blackpool, who are 5th on the table, so they are a pretty decent side looking for promotion once again to the championship. So let's get into this final game. Let's see if we can get one final win into this one and finish on a good note as we head into the off-season. And so we will get into it. It's going to be the same lineup. Brown still holding down the middle. Gibbs now up to a 68, looking like a really good player there in the midfield. Let's get into this one here against Blackpool. And we'll get in this one underway. Oh, Brown skips right past his man and now has some moves here in the midfield. He's driving hard, trying to find that final pass. Gets it through to Powell. Powell now has a chance, moves it over to Carr, who slips it right past the keeper. Oh, and Brown, looking like a real good player, makes a nice little move to dip around his defender. Powell gets in there, could have taken the shot himself, but he gives it up. He passes over to Reece Carr, who's in the middle of the field again, right in front of the keeper, slips it underneath him. It's a 1-0 lead here over Blackpool. Oh, Lozano trying to break this up as they pass right around as Moraes, though, deflects it. A good shot there from Blackpool, sends it wide. Ball's here for Arnaez. Arnaez now gets it behind here for Powell again. Powell over to Reece Carr again, and they have 2 together. Good passing right through the middle, started by Arnaez. Gets the ball up there to Powell. Reece Carr finds it again. And this one could be a romping here as Bristol Rovers look to finish with a little bit of pride on the last game of the season. Gibbs moves it forward here into Brown. Brown now looking for a long pass to Powell. Powell now tries to get it back to Reece Carr. He takes it. Oh, and that was a dangerous shot there. Goes just wide. Arnaez slips it through. It's again Reece Carr looking for the hat trick, and he gets it off the keeper. And it's a first half hat trick as we tear Blackpool apart. I don't know if they sat some players getting ready for the playoffs or what they may have done here, but we are just taking them to task. A good pass there from Arnaez. We'll get it off to Reece Carr. He has 3, 2 shy of 40 on the season. And it's 3-0 here for Bristol Rovers. Brown, a good pass there. Reece Carr past the defender. And he has 4 in the first 30 minutes, and he is 1 shy of 40 on the season. As this game is just unbelievable. It's too easy here. Reece Carr just carving up the defense. And he will make it 4-0 on his own. Through the middle, they get a good pass there. Brzozowski tries to get back, tries to cut him off. LeGrant right in front of it. Moraes, though, over the bar, sends it away. And it will be a corner here late in the first half. Headed down, Moraes makes another good save. Out wide here towards the end of the half. They'll get it to the edge of the box. LeGrand tries to cut him off. Harkonnen all the way back trying to help defensively and end this half on a clean sheet. It's been good so far. It's a big shot. It's knocked away. Harkonnen gets the ball back. They dance around us here. They finally get the pass off, and Moraes makes another save as they get a lot of extra time here. Another corner, and they'll send it in. Reece Carr there tries to head it away. It goes over the bar, though, and we go into halftime 4-0. Oh, Yates will chip it up here. Has a good chance. They get into the box. It's a good... Oh, right in the middle. They'll get through there, and unfortunately, we'll miss the clean sheet again. Blackpool get one back here, and it's 4-1 here to start the second half. Oh, we miss on the tackle there. A good drive, and that one's in the back of the net. Blackpool with a little bit of life here as we've been quiet offensively here in the second half, unable to do much. It is 2-1 or 4-2. 4-2, down by 2 goals, are still Blackpool. And in the middle here, they drive past us. They'll drive in, and they have it off the bar. It's headed home. And this game is not over yet. We've kind of not been... not trying is not the word, but we've just tried to get the ball up quickly, trying to really get out and run, and we've given the ball away in some dangerous positions. And this has led to 3 goals unanswered. Blackpool back in it. 4-3. Carr, he'll get it out wide. Reyes will run onto it. Reyes now trying to send something into the box. It's just too far out of the reach of Wood. Aquino, he'll get it up here. Reece Carr now. Reece Carr trying to get the pass through. Has Reyes. Is he onside? He might be. He puts it in. In final minutes of the game, we will ice it. Reyes makes it a big 5-goal game. 4 from Reece Carr. And the boys will celebrate a nice victory here. A hard-fought victory. Hopefully that will lift their spirits, lift their game, and grow in confidence here, as it's a team that doesn't give up and knows how to put it away when the time counts. We get into the final minutes here and get our final goal. Reyes with a final one of the season, 3 goals in 42 matches, coming off as a super sub this season, really relishing the role. He had a great season with assist. And we will take a look at it as the season comes to a close here. It's 5-3 here over Blackpool in League One. So Pyeongchul Yang is unsettled here in the youth academy from Korea. And I mean, he's got something to him. At 58 though, that potential, we have a lot of midfielders, especially with like Vital sitting there. We are going to let him go. So we continue to have some more success here in England, and one player or two, I guess maybe 2 players. Do we take a look at them here? We got a few to take a look at. Alfie Phillips, who we're going to hold on for now. We also have Ryan Platt, who I'm going to bring in. He has a decent evaluation, and he's probably going to play a midfield role, so we'll bring him in, but there is definitely some talent sitting around here in England. So we still have another month. Let's bring in Ryan Platt and move on. So unfortunately, still another month here in Egypt with nothing to bring in. So here in Japan, it's another month still with really nothing to bring in. Nakayama's looking the best of the bunch, but low evaluation will hold for another month. So we are here in the Youth Academy, still looking good. Vital is up to a 65. Can't wait for him to get into the team. We've moved him to a midfield role versus that left midfield. He'll just fit a little bit better in. And we have Van Dijk, who's at a 57. I mean, we've got some real good players. We're going to get rid of Roldan. Kind of that same reason. He's just got a lot of midfielders, and he's going to struggle to really get in there for playing time. We also have Tokarov, who we're going to hold on to for now. He looks like he could be, we don't have a lot of center backs, so we'll hold him there into the academy. And then we have Lackason, who has a low overall, but the potential there for him is unbelievable. So we'll let him grow, continuing here in the academy. And we will move on here for the final month of the season. So as we get to the end of the year, we'll take a look at some of the stats from the past year. Obviously, Golden Boot going to go to Reece Carr, 39 goals on 46 matches. Just Mitch getting to that magic number of 40. I don't know if we have anyone else in there. It doesn't look like we do. Oh no, Arnays just clips in at the bottom. 13 goals. And then we take a look at assists. Arnays with 19, Carr with 15, Powell with 12. I mean, that midfield really becoming something special. Gibbs in there with 9. Same thing with Varane, 9, even though he's going to come now off the bench. Obviously, we scored the most goals here, so we're going to have a lot of assists. Clean sheets, though, I don't think we had. I mean, we might have had 1 or 2. I don't see anyone in there, so we'll move on to the stats for the team. So we obviously saw Reece Carr and Arnays. We had Powell in there with 10. I mean, Gibbs with 9 and 9. A great season for him. Really looking good. Stephen Wood, who was kind of hot and cold, but had a decent season there for us with 8 and 4. See, Varane 3 and 9. And I mean, he's got to have double digits assists for me. So hopefully Brown can be that player. I mean, he had 2 assists in 2 games. So, you know, if he can maybe work defensively, he might be the player we're going to take a look at. We also had McCullough, and, you know, we didn't really get to see some of these players, but, I mean, they had a pretty good season here. Lozano with an assist there, and not many clean sheets here from the old goalkeepers. Only 3 clean sheets this year, so hopefully we can work defensively. We'll also throw up here the season stats for the past 2 years, so you can kind of see how each player is doing through the career from season to season. So we can take a look at those, and then we will move on, see what happened around the world here in the different leagues. And so we will take a look at a squad report here. Reese Carr up 8 to a 73, an exciting prospect and really a great season from him. Moraes up to a 72. Not a lot of growth, but in kind of the season that he had where we let up a lot of goals, that's not super surprising. Lozano up 6 to a 72, showing great potential. Aquino, who I'd like to see if he could get some potentials, but he's up 7 to a 68. Wage, showing great potential, is up 9 to a 68 and really became a good center back for us. Gibbs, an exciting prospect, up to a 68 as well. Arnaez up 11 to a 68 after we moved him from right wing back to a right wing. That is a good growth for him. Legrand up 6 to a 67. I think he might need to be replaced at some point, but we'll see how things go. Callum Brown, we just brought in, showing great potential, to a 67. Varon up 6 to a 67 with no potential. Elijah Powell, an exciting prospect, which is kind of surprising. He hopefully will grow a little bit more, up to a 66. Stephen Wood up 10 to a 66. McKella up 2 to a 66. Reyes up 6 to a 66, showing great potential. Seymour up 3 to a 66. Munoz up 5 to a 66 with no potential. Harkonnen, who we brought in, plus 2 to a 65, showing great potential. We still have one more player to get rid of here from the real team. Geraldo is out on loan, but grew 5 to a 65. Brzezowski up 4 to a 64, showing, and he's an exciting prospect. I'd like to get him hopefully into the starting lineup at some point. Van Leuven plus 3 to a 64. Vera goes up 6 out on loan to a 63. Villanueva plus 1 to a 63. Rokish up 6 to a 63. Bingstrom out on loan goes up 7 to a 62. That's a good growth there. Nate Campbell, whose growth has really steadily declined, plus 2 to a 61. Pastor plus 2 to a 61. Hopefully he'll get some more playing time. Budani up 1 to a 61, an exciting prospect as well. Karichi showing great potential, and this is a player we moved from a right back to a right wing. He's up 9 to a 61. Eriksson plus 4 to a 61, looking good in that defensive midfielder role. Savalas plus 3 to a 60. Ferreira, who goes out on loan, and another good growth there, up to a 60. Felix Pacheco plus 9 to a 59. Semenov up 4 to a 59. Pereira, I like some of these midfielders. They could really play a role in the Cup squad. We'll see how things go, though. Antwi plus 4 to a 59. Velasquez, who we will probably try and get rid of now that he is no longer near the goalkeepers that are ahead of him, plus 2 to a 58. Noel Young out on loan. Hermanson out on loan goes plus 1 to a 56, and his days may be numbered here. Dylan Jordan, a good growth though, to a 55. Sanchez plus 2 to a 54, and then the final real player from the team will be retiring at the end of the season. So standing wise, we came in 15th on the table. So right in, kind of just shy of the middle. I think there's 24 teams. So, not a bad year. Port Vale, Crewe Alexander, Hartlepool, and Doncaster will all be relegated. Forest Green and Sunderland. Somehow Sunderland just surviving relegation is unbelievable to me. I don't even know what would happen in real life if that happened, but a good year. We'll see Peterborough, Wigan go up automatically. Portsmouth, Ipswich, Blackpool, and Hull all make the playoffs, so we'll see which one of them are still around for next season. We also take a look at the FA Cup, where we didn't really play in it other than the one game, so Burnley take it over Liverpool 2-1. Also take a look at the Carabao Cup. Liverpool in that one as well, 2-1, lift the trophy over Spurs. Papa John's Trophy, Hull City takes it over AFC Wimbledon, and that's one I'd like to maybe try and compete in for next year. We'll take a look at the playoffs. It's Portsmouth going up over Blackpool 2-0. And do we have the Champions League in here? We do. It's Barcelona over Bayern Munich, and I'm pretty sure Barcelona won it last year as well, so definitely a team to keep an eye out for, although in real life I think they are struggling. We also will take a look at Europa League. It's Olympique de Marseille over AC Milan on penalties to win the Europa League. So in England, it is our final month, and even though these players have potential, their overalls are pretty low, so I think we will pass on them for now. And here in Egypt, a final month and no one to bring in. So final month here in Japan, and I mean, no one really worth bringing in at this point, so we will pass on them for another month. And so we will send our scouts back out. It will be another 3 months for Norway, Turkey, and Bolivia. And we didn't add anyone to the academy, so we will hold on everyone, give them as much time here to grow. But we have moved Lackasen. I tried to find maybe another position that he could play because we have a lot of midfielders and his overall is pretty low. So we're going to switch him to a striker, and he jumps up all the way to a 61. And boy, could he really rival here against Reece Carr. I mean, that is a big jump for him, 86 to 94. I cannot wait to get these two players into the lineup. And we will also move Callum Brown into that center midfield role. Hopefully he jumps. He does. A nice little 68 for him here. And so we have our first preseason game. This time is against Genoa. We'll sim through this one, and it is a 2-2 draw. And we have our second matchup here, this time against Barnsley, and it will be a 3-2 loss. And it will be our final game here in the group stages in the preseason matchup. So we'll sim through this one, and 4-1, we go down as losers. So we are up to our first game. We've actually been able to make some moves here and get rid of some of these players. Savalos will go out on loan. I'm just not ready to get rid of him, so we're going to give him one more chance. Munoz has no potential. He was 66 overall, so he's a halfway decent left back, but we have a lot of players at that position that we're going to be taking a look at. Velasquez will leave after playing one game and letting up 5 or 6 goals to Cheltenham Town in one of those cup games. And then we will see Villanueva, who will go out. We brought him in because he had a high overall, but he has no real potential, so we will see him off as well. So we will take a look at the teams here. Bristol Rovers sitting at a 2.5 star, but we got a lot of help coming in, hopefully from that youth academy. Burton Albion at a 2, Cambridge United, who we play on the first game of the season, at a 2, Charlton Athletic at a 2.5, Cheltenham Town at a 1.5, Fleetwood Town at a 2, Forest Green Rovers a 1.5, Gillingham 1.5. Huddersfield, who are new to the league, will be a 3-star, Hull City at 2.5, Ipswich at 3, Lincoln City at 2, Mansfield Town at 1.5, MK Dons at 2, Morecambe at 1.5, Plymouth Argyle at 2, Rotherham at 2.5, Salford City at 1.5 as they come up from League 2, Sheffield Wednesday at 2.5, Shrewsbury at 2, Sunderland at 2.5, Wickham at 2.5, Blackpool 2.5 as well, Bolton 2, and 2.5 for us as well. And you would think we are going to grow a lot faster than the rest of these teams because we've got a real good youth academy. So we'll see how things grow as we go on here into the team. So that's where we will leave it. We get through the preseason, we get through most of July, and now we have our first game here against Cambridge United. We then take on Bolton. So 2 winnable games. Like I said, this team, after seeing what we did the last couple months, we should definitely have a chance at winning the league. So we'll see how things go. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can always find out when the newest ones are coming out. And until next time, have a good one.